And then onto my magic phase. I managed to actually get Comet off for the first time in years. Yeah, put that in between a unit of zombies and ghouls. Other than that, magic doesn't really do a lot. The pulse kills a few wolves, actually, and kills most of the zombies, which I didn't want to do.
Go me.
Yeah, but didn't actually kill any of the knights because it wasn't in range. And other than that, didn't really get anything off. In my shooting phase, my skink in the house actually managed to kill 3 of the wolves on the on my left side, over there away from the action. And other than that, not a lot happens except I kill a few zombies, but they'll be back later. And then hand-to-hand combat, the wolves explode, and I stop past the Blood Knights out of their charge arc and right in front of an angry Vargulf.
All right, top of turn 3, I was trying to find out what I wanted to charge, and Kevin reminded me that the comet might get to go off.
I rolled, came up a 6, and it impacted. So not only did I get the spell off, but it actually hit. I had to look it up because I forgot what it did because it never happens.
Go me. In the process, he killed 10 zombies off of it.
So, end all, not a lot of gain there. That's all of what, like 20 points?
It was 40 points, actually.
40 points, there you go.
But it was worth it. Every point counts. Charges this turn. Blood Knights on the left flank charged into the skinks. They chose a stand reaction. The 3 direwolves on the right flank charged the skinks, not in the house. They chose stand and shoot. While they were going in, 2 went down. So 1 versus 10 skinks. Who's going to win that?
But it's the Doom Wolf, so...
Yes, true. Doom Wolves are good.
And you have the Vargulf hit my Skink Corkscrew unit that stopped just shy of them.
And the Vargulf attacked the Skink Corkscrew unit that killed the zombies last turn. And that's all the charges for this turn. On the movement, the brick squads I have in the middle are still trying to get to the fight. I moved the Graveguard squad. And the ghouls pivoted a little bit to the left so they could bypass the other ghoul and zombie squad and go behind them so they can actually get in the fight this game. That was pretty much all the movement. Onto the magic phase. It was actually a lot better this turn. I didn't see a lot of 2s. A couple of 6s. It was pretty nice.
Raised actually 3 units that turn, didn't you?
3 units of zombies. Plan I was trying to do, like I said previously, was to stack up zombies so every time he'd kill a squad, he'd have to overrun to another squad so I could eventually get a charge in. Manfred raised the 3 squads up front. I had some zombies and ghouls on the right flank. They got raised with the Invo. Hopefully when they get to the fight, they can have a little bit extra oomph.
Yeah, Comet undone.
Yeah, go Comet. I raised one of the squads behind the Skink Corkscrew squad, the Vargulf charged.
And I had a kind of a moment there where I was like, I knew what you were trying to do, and I saw how many dice she had left, so I was like, I knew it was much easier to cast that Raised Dead than it was the Dance Macabre. So I eventually decided to let you cast that and then dispel all your dance attempts, and that worked out because you actually failed it once or twice.
Right.
So had I kept trying to stop the Raised Deads, I think I would have come out behind on that one.
Right. And I tried to use the Book again of Arkham. Yet again, didn't work. Still loved it, though. When it works, it works. Didn't break again. And that was pretty much that.
Yeah, but I actually had to use a Dispel Scroll in that book that time. I had to use one of my Dispel Scrolls to get rid of the stupid Power 3 bound spell.
Yeah, 1 down, 3 to go. Whew, that's a lot of Dispel Scrolls. On to hand-to-hand. Start with the Vargulf. He killed 3 skinks in that hand-to-hand. It was the first round of combat, so I got to reroll because he has hatred. He actually took 3 wounds in return from the Crocs.
Well, actually, the Crocs, remember, you made all the regeneration saves. That was from combat res.
Oh, good call, yeah.
Those big axes just bouncing right off that Vargulf's hide.
If he only had rank and file guys behind him, he would have been close. The Blood Knights, they did a little bit. Manfred got...
Yeah, a little bit. You exploded the skinks with just the nightmares.
Yeah, because they're scary. If they painted black, I'd have got them all in the first round. Manfred did 2 wounds, so he got 2 dispelled ice. Next turn, skinks pretty much exploded, like Kevin said. Overran forward, hit my zombie squad, so I had to stop.
And for those of you more tactically minded people who've been playing for a little bit, you seeing where my Stegodons are and where my source is, with the general is, you can kind of see what I was planning by letting him get those spells off. So let's see if it works out the way I hope it does in the next few pictures.
I still don't know what he's talking about. It worked though, I guess.
Oh yeah, don't forget your lone Doom Wolf who killed a skink for a draw.
That was awesome. 1 guy versus 10. I got a draw. It was awesome. Go me.
Actually, it's 1 giant wolf versus 10 very frightened, very frail little skinks with blowguns.
That was awesome.
Bottom of turn 3. It's plenty of charges this time around. Both Stegodons charged the units of zombies that Russell so kindly provided them, and as did my general's unit, charged the 2 zombies. Elsewhere, my movement was you can see the orange source of spears moved to intercept both the the zombies and the ghouls. I wasn't quite sure how that was going to turn out because I hadn't used the Swords of Spears in quite a long time. The salamander moved up to get a nice shot onto the side of the zombies. I'm pretty sure I was going to be out of range of the grave guard. And the skink in the house moved out to kind of come around the flank and start raining pointy little death upon zombies. So pretty much wasted shots, but I had to put them somewhere. At this point, the game was looking okay, but those Blood Knights were still at full strength, and I was hoping this would turn out for me. Onto my magic phase. This would turn out to be a pretty definitive magic phase, and also to show why, you know, the engines of the gods are almost broken, especially against Undead. But Undead are kind of broken anyway, right? Especially Monfred, Cheesehound.
I love him.
my second mage, I used that pulse first, and Scott was kind enough to keep a tally, and I'm actually kind of surprised looking at it.
Thanks, Scott.
I rolled a 9 for the distance, so very good there. Ended up killing 12 zombies, 4 ghouls, 1 blood knight, put a wound on a vamp. He then tried to cast Port in Far on himself. That got dispelled on 2 6s. So good job there.
Yeah.
The mage 1 used the pulse as well, rolled 9 inches as well, killed 9 more zombies, put a wound on Monfred, killed 2 blood knights, and fulfilled Port Nefar and got off second sign for 1 reroll that I again forgot to use.
Go me.
Yeah. So on to the shooting phase. The salamander shoots at zombies and kills 6. And everything else is kind of no shooting at this point. In hand-to-hand combat, the few remaining zombies are quickly dispatched. My overrun move only sees my general's unit getting into the Blood Knight. Well, the Blood Knight and the 2 characters, as the Stegodon on the top end there's not enough knights for him to contact anymore. The ones that were there have been moved away, and the a second Stegodon overrun is blocked by my general. So I may have done that out of order, or either way, I still felt pretty confident about that. The Vargulf dies to the Crocsgors in hand-to-hand combat, and the Doomwolf is finally slain by the Valiant Skink. So you know, go my team on this one. This is a very strong turn for me, and hopefully I can keep too many Blood Knights from popping back up. So,
all right, on to Vampire turn 4. Charges. On the right-hand flank, I had my squad of zombies charge the skinks,
who had just slain the Doomwolf and were much needed rest.
Everybody gets lucky sometimes. He charged them. They fled. I chose to redirect into the salamander, which is an awesome rule, by the way. And he fled also, so it's sort of 2 birds with 1 stone, even though the zombies just sort of stood there the rest of the game. But it's okay, though. I also had my ghouls and zombies in the middle, charge the orange Saurus. I was thinking it'd be a good combat. We'll see in a couple we'll see how it goes. On the left flank, I had the 4 lone zombies charge into the back of the skinks, because this is a game of heroes. You gotta do what you gotta do.
I don't think anybody's definition of hero includes zombies.
Depends how many you got on your team.
I think heroes are usually one killing zombies.
That's a good call. But that was the charges. The skinks on the left took the charge because I don't think they're scared of zombies, especially 4.
And I don't think it was the skink that weren't worried. I think it was the Crocsgors.
That was my charges. On the movement, the grave guard, I chose to reform and go left because I figured that stuff was going to come that way. It was going to be pretty nasty.
No confidence in those 4 zombies, huh?
Hey, they're pretty good, but not that good. Magic. The magic phase wasn't as good as turn 3, but I'll take it.
The 2s came back.
Yeah, the 2. Yeah, I hate 2. They should just take that out of the dang numbers. Raised no squads. Pretty much just bulked up the squads that really didn't need it in the middle.
Tried to curse a year as my Saurus. Some of my generals, I was going to have none of that. I think that pulled one of my last scrolls out.
Yeah, I hate scrolls. But anyway, Gavin was down to 1 scroll at the end of this magic phase. It was down to 1 Blood Knight and Manfred. It was getting pretty sticky. I guess on to assault phase.
Well, you said you still had the second hero in there, which during the close combat was butchered terribly by my lord.
Right. I chose to do a challenge so Manfred wouldn't die horribly.
Good call, because that would have been, because with as many wounds as I rolled, that would have been him just as easily.
It'd have been a bad game. So my Blood Knight with a banner. I actually lost the banner when he ran. I'm sorry, he died.
Yeah. Well, now, I guess I said that combat did not go nearly as well for me, because you actually ended up butchering a number of Saurus, and I ended up winning by 1.
Right. It was close. It was a very close combat.